frother. Okay. So I will count us down. 3, 2, 1.
Are you doing the mark?
What mark? I need my glasses on.
Well, because we're recording right now, so are you going to do mark to signify?
Mark set 1.
Uh-huh. I don't know what that means. Some of us weren't.
Welcome to Voices of Vicenza. I'm Randy Jackson with the Garrison Public Affairs Office here in Vicenza. And with me is...
And I'm Cayman Comfort, also with the Public Affairs Office.
Cayman, how are you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. I am so excited. We are finally doing this podcast.
What's it called again?
Voices of Vicenza.
Oh, yeah. Did I just say that? I think I just said that.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is going to be all about things related directly and indirectly to Garrison. And we're absolutely going to keep it light and fun when we can. Right, Randy?
Light and fun, especially today. I think it's a really good day to do that because of our topic we chose, right?
Yes, absolutely. So we were kind of mind mapping this out yesterday, and I want to talk about cappuccinos.
Oh, I always want to talk about cappuccinos.
I know, right? Like, we're in Italy, stationed in Vicenza.
If I had a tattoo, I don't have a tattoo. If I had one, it would be something to do with cappuccino.
Would it really?
It definitely would be.
Oh, that's
I don't
so
know
specific.
where it would be or what, what it would say something, but yeah. I mean,
so coffee culture in Italy is absolutely a thing, right?
Yes. It's one reason I'm here. So
same, me too.
I'm like, can I get a job in Italy? And I heard they have cappuccino there, and like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, I drink at least 3 a day, so it might be a problem.
Wow,
we'll see. But what is a cappuccino? I see you kind of have a book here about it.
Well, I do. Oh, I just moved it away there, didn't I? Oh. Well, and you told me not to read from the book.
Yeah,
right?
That's true. No reading allowed on this podcast.
Don't read from the book. The history of cappuccino today. So. But no, you actually have experience. So my opinion of how cappuccino should be made is kind of an opinion, but it's like the formula. But
okay.
You had a job making them, like
I did.
Officially, you got paid to make them.
I absolutely did. I worked at Starbucks, and you froth the milk for 9 to 10 seconds for a cappuccino, and you pour it from the side, so that ensures that you get a majority of the foam, right? Because that's what a cappuccino is. It's a third foam, third coffee, third milk.
That's the rule. I was afraid to say it, but since you were a person paid to make them, I think you would be the best person to speak on that, right?
Well, I was working for Starbucks, so there is some questionable things going on there.
Did you know that nearly 25 years ago today, like maybe a couple of weeks ago, we'll say,
okay,
was my first cappuccino?
No, I didn't.
And guess where it was?
Here.
Wow. At one of the places we're going to talk about in a couple minutes here, one of the locations. So why are we talking about cappuccino, though?
Well, I mean, obviously it's an integral part of Italian culture. Like, we're here in Vicenza, and there are so many options here on post if you want to have a cappuccino. If you want to have a coffee.
Yes, I love that.
Yes.
So we're going to, hit on a little bit of whether you like the American way, the Italian way, or kind of a mix of the two, whatever. Mm-hmm. You got options on the Garrison, on the post here. Mm-hmm. So hopefully, you've already enjoyed them. Whether you're, if you're new here, you're going to find out about some of these places. Maybe they're new names to you. Mm-hmm. And if you've been here a while, you probably have your favorite already.
Oh, yeah. What's our favorite, Randy, as an office, collectively?
I think it... I know you want me to commit there, but no, I don't want to play favorites,
That's true.
But I do like to make the rounds, for different purposes, different ambiance, different reasons. Yeah, they all make them a little bit different, know. But to me, it's like a person. Every person is different, and doesn't mean they're good or bad. It's just, I mean, there's a few, but.
So closest to our office, rather, though.
Oh, that's a good one.
Closest to our office
is the well, okay. I'm going to say it, and then we can discuss that for like half an hour if you want. But car bar, or is it carb bar?
Oof. I always call it the car bar.
Car bar.
Car bar, but I'm sure it's probably carb bar because it is right next to the Carbonari's office.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm always torn on that one though. And then if I write it, I'm like, do I write carb or car? I was like, there's no cars there, not really.
Yeah. No. I mean, it just kind of depends, right? But so it's right next to the Carbonari. Right?
Yeah.
And which is also close to the old CTAF headquarters as well.
Right. Hoekstra Field, the parade field where a lot of ceremonies happen, the flagpoles, the eternal flame. Mm-hmm. So that's the location for you, just to give you an idea. I think it's called Building 1 over there. So
something like that. It's right by the ticket office. So I'm sure a lot of people listening know where the ticket office is. So that's right.
If you've ever had a ticket or plan to get one, find out where that is, and you'll know where the car bar is.
I don't know if anyone plans to get a ticket. But yeah, so car bar great in and out kind of location, right? I mean, they have
Mm-hmm.
all the basics: latte macchiato, cappuccino, espresso macchiato. They have paninis, they have
Yes.
sandwiches, they have
Yes.
brioches. So that's definitely a good
They're always
stop.
tempting me. They're the reason I made my little plan to, shave a few pounds off is
Yes.
because of some of
Yes.
these really yummy, like treats they have, pastries
Yes.
known as brioche,
Well, we're calling
brioches.
it a plan. We're not calling it a New Year's resolution. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
And then another one we have around post is
Mick, what is it? Is it? Oh, well, okay. So check this out. Just a couple minutes ago before we went on air, I
rather
thought Cayman
embarrassingly,
was
yes.
pretty prepared for this, and
No.
she's been here a while. She's been here twice now. It's her second
Yes,
time in
second for
Vicenza,
Vicenza.
and she called it
Milky's.
Milky's, not Mikey's and not Mickey's.
No.
So
And
yeah,
Randy was very quick to correct me. It is Mikey's.
it's Mikey's,
Apparently named after the owner, Michaela.
right? But I could be getting that wrong occasionally too. I'm not sure. So
I don't
if
know.
you're ever not sure, ask them when you're there. It's
Yeah,
nice
well, I'm
to
going to
show
still
'em you
call
care.
it Milky's. I don't know. I've just always called it that, so.
It's not totally wrong. Like
No, I mean, it
it's got
starts with an M,
most of
ends
the
with a
letters.
Y.
Yeah,
It's
and
okay.
there's some milk in some of the coffees,
Yeah.
so you could call it that.
And I actually just brought you a cappuccino from Mikey's this
Oh, is that where
morning.
that was? Okay.
Yeah, and you haven't sipped it yet, so I'm assuming it's cold and flat.
Is that a special coffee, cold and flat? Do they
Yes.
have, what's the other one called? Flat.
Flat white.
Flat white. Yes.
Yes.
Mine is just cold and flat.
Cold
coffee.
and flat. Yeah,
So-
I'm sorry. I know you don't like taking coffees to go. You have a thing about drinking them in ceramic mugs, right?
Yes.
So
To me, it's like a sin to drink it in a paper cup with the lid. But that's because I learned because my first coffee was in Italy. Not just cappuccino, but that was really my first
Yeah.
coffee in my life. So I didn't know any better. I thought it was all were supposed to be that way. And then when they did the paper cup, and I probably burned myself, had it too hot
Yeah.
somewhere, one of those
it's an
things.
experience. Like coffee
Yeah.
culture in Italy is absolutely an experience. So I can't fault you there. I love going in for a coffee as well.
Is it time to spell cappuccino? By the way, let's
Yeah.
spell it. Can you spell it? Don't cheat. We have it written down. I don't want you to see.
CAPPUNNICO.
Cappuccino.
Cappuccino.
So anyway, it's a word
I
that
was put
sometimes
on the
hard to
spot.
say,
Yeah.
sometimes hard to spell, but it's okay. You just, mostly people know how to say it.
So
and
let me ask
they
you a
will
question though,
understand
Randy.
you.
What is the short term cappuccino in Italian?
Cappuccio.
Cappuccio.
Yes. And
so
if you
it's
want more than one, cappucci.
cappucci.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cappucci. So
The more
anyway,
you know.
and yeah, so it's okay if you don't know how to spell it. No problem. There's a lot of words that we don't know how to spell in the world, but knowing just most of us know how to say cappuccino. It's
Yeah.
kind of easy, right?
Yeah,
So-
and it's a universal word,
You
right?
had slang at your when you worked at the Starbucks. What did they say there? You said 2 caps to go. Get them hot now. Whatever.
Yeah, there was a whole list. Extra pump vanilla, extra pump this, blonde shots, da 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 da. But Randy, I have
Yes.
to ask a question.
Yes.
So I did bring you in a cappuccino.
Yes.
But
And I
I
committed
feel-
kind of a sin by not drinking it. Like, so we were preparing for this.
Yeah,
And I
but-
was like distracted by getting this all right.
No, that's okay. But I kind of feel like you may have one-upped me here, and you actually brought in an espresso maker and a milk frother.
Yes.
So
I did a little homework last night, we have
Yes.
the coffee machine here in the office, espresso machine. There's a different pods out there,
Mhm.
like Nespresso has a pod, Lavazza has a special pod.
Yes.
I don't even know. There's a Keurig has its own little podish type thing. It's a little filtery look. No, they have a pod too, right? Then there's a
Yeah.
little more filtery ones. It's like single serve.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm describing it right, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of different ones. I got the espresso version just because it's handy and it's here. But my frother is what's important for making the cappuccino. So all of them can make coffee,
Mm-hmm.
espresso and some hot coffee ground
Hot liquid
somewhere.
of some kind.
Yeah,
yes.
with some pressure behind it, whatever, supposed
Right.
to improve it. But when you froth the milk, FROTH, I always have to say that word right.
I feel like I'm in a spelling bee today.
I know. So anyway, I have that written on the board too.
So, are you
Yeah.
making me a cappuccino?
I'm going to do that. So if my
Okay.
audio gets a little weird for a moment, forgive me, but I'm going to stand up here and try to keep talking and keep making the making the coffee. So
Yeah, so
started with
this gentleman here brought in an espresso machine and a milk frother, and I am so lucky that he is going to be making me a cappuccino while on air. I feel like that is such a privilege.
So
Thank you, Randy.
my special treat that I brought for you is, well, you also brought me a brioche today. That was really nice. So thank
Yes.
you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I
You're welcome.
want to eat it right now, but it's hard to do like 8 things at once. So
Yeah, no, let's not multitask
Coffee
too
first.
much.
So anyway, I brought in my own personal Bialetti coffee cups, cappuccino cups, very important.
Oh my
So they
goodness.
have a rounded bottom, right?
Okay.
If you want to touch your own cup, you can and feel
Thank you. Is
inside
this my
there
cup?
how it's
Okay.
round in the bottom and not flat,
Oh,
right?
wow.
And then the bottom part is thicker, and that's to help retain the heat. And it should be 5.5 ounces, approximately 150 milliliters.
I'm
This is how much of a
impressed.
cappuccino snob I am. I'm sorry.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
anyway, those little numbers there are important to me, but mostly to you. You just say, "Hey, I'd like a cappuccino, please."
Yes, and this
And
is kind of what you can expect then, right? If we go to Mikey's or the car bar, you're
yes,
gonna expect to get this kind of
yeah,
cappuccino.
mine's clear. So when we have mine, let me go ahead and hit. I'm gonna hit the button on the frother here. I don't know if you'll hear it. Oh,
Oh, yep, there it is.
beeping.
So it's gonna start frothing the milk.
Gonna start frothing. See if you can hear it there. You hear that?
Oh wow, yeah, I do.
Cool. No,
Okay.
it's not the steam wand that you used to use. Mine's like
Yes.
looks like a thermos kind of, right?
But these are nice, right? Because they're quick and easy to use, and it's not a big old science experiment with the
Yes,
frothing
because
water.
I actually, as much as I know how to drink them, I barely know how to make them. So these little two machines here are really easy. Pods. Some people do the what do you call it? The Bialetti one, the
Oh,
coffee one on the oven or
I
on
can
the stove.
envision it.
Yes,
Yes.
whatever the silvery looking metal one
Mhm.
is. Sorry.
Yeah, I can envision
We
it.
weren't prepared for that, were we?
No, not at all. But so I expect this
Mocha,
daily
mocha
now.
pot. They
Oh, the
call it.
mocha
That's
pot.
it.
Oh, but I mean that is incredible too. Mocha pot. Like I don't know if you've ever made tiramisu. Just speaking about coffee culture, tiramisu is a coffee-based dessert,
Uh-huh.
and you use the mocha pot in order to make the coffee for the tiramisu.
So
Um,
I'm still working on the coffee over here.
yeah,
So
no
I'm
rush.
opening the pods,
I mean,
getting
take
them
your
ready.
time.
So we're really gonna drink them on the air here, not just pretending.
Oh no.
So
No. And I mean, I'm due for my fourth coffee of the day. And what time is it? It's not even 11 o'clock yet.
I
So
wonder, anyone, whoever's listening here, wonder how many you have per day. Is it
yes,
one, none, 10, or the equivalent of 10 maybe?
yes. Am
So
I the anomaly, or does everybody else drink multiple coffees a day?
the froth is looking so good. The milk,
Ugh.
foamed
I
milk.
can see it steaming, so
I
it's
don't.
actually getting quite warm.
Oh, it beeped. Okay, that's good. I
Oh,
don't like the little thin foam that is in a lot of them, and I
yeah.
need it to like be real.
Mhm.
Like I like it not super super thick, but thick enough to where it's not just a pretend foam, we'll call it.
Yeah.
So
Well, and a cappuccino is something that you get it and you got to drink it because it's primarily foam based, right? So what's going
yes,
to happen if you
gonna
just wait to drink your
settle.
cappuccino? The foam is going to settle, and foam has air bubbles in it, and it's
Oh,
going to
here
then be
comes.
more just kind of like a latte.
There it
Oh,
goes. Oh, look at that.
wow.
There's some. I probably can hear that.
That's
You can't smell it, but I can. Oh man, that's
a
good.
work of art.
All right, so here
This is
comes yours.
first class service. Thank
So
you.
there's
Randy.
yours. You get the first
Wow.
one.
This
Let
is
me get the
first class
second one.
service. If only y'all could see a third foam, a third espresso, and a third milk. This is perfect. Perfectly complimentary to our
What,
podcast today.
so this is something you can't see at home too. The color of our coffee machine here is one of the ugliest colors I've ever seen. By the way,
So, like, how would we describe this color? Is it like a
Ooh.
muted lime green?
I'm not allowed to say the word, what I want to call it, but it has to do with yeah, it's not a nice green. Let's call it that.
Yeah,
So,
well, that's okay. That's why it's the office
yeah,
coffee machine. And
yeah.
Randy, I heard you may have possibly just bought a second espresso.
My wife doesn't know that one yet, so
Oh,
let's not
okay.
talk about that. Wait till she hears this.
Okay,
So,
okay, we
anyway.
won't say anything. So I have my cappuccino.
Is there
Cheers.
such thing as cheers for cappuccino? But there
I don't
is
know.
now,
We
so.
can pretend like there's a cheers.
Yeah.
All right. So here I'm drinking Italian style cappuccino, but there are
Much
some
better.
people maybe who perhaps prefer
Mm-hmm.
maybe more some American style coffees,
Yeah,
right? Like mocha, maybe vanilla latte, something like this.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also options on post for those types of coffees as well, right?
Yeah, of course. So, well, I have a question. What's the most So, yeah, we're talking about cappuccino, but what's the second most thing you've heard? People say when they try to order when you were working at that store before.
At Starbucks?
Yeah, what would they try? How would they order? They're like, "What's that milky thing?" And you're like, "Do you mean a latte? Do you mean a this? What's a macchiato?" I know we get into.
Well, I mean,
long
Starbucks
list of things, but-
is very niche, right? So you're not going to walk up and say, "Oh, a macchiatone." Like, no, they'd be like, "What is a macchiatone?" We'd probably go up and order a frappuccino.
Yeah. Okay.
Frappuccino.
What does that mean? Frozen cappuccino?
It's like a
basically?
frozen coffee drink. Usually, there's lots of sugar, ice, milk. It's made with whole milk. Um, but we do have Java
Yes, of
Java
course.
on Post.
And
And what do they have? They have
they have
frappuccinos.
they're my favorite summer type place to go, like
Yes.
for I like the colder drinks more,
Yeah.
more traditional for the coffee, but they do have some of the ceramic mugs for not only cappuccinos, but I think espresso
They
also.
do. And yeah, I saw that as well. And they also have amazing bagels.
Mhm.
You know what I do? I
What?
walk in and I order a bagel extra toasted with 3 little things of cream cheese, and then I sprinkle some cinnamon
Oh,
and
wow.
honey on it.
Yummy. You didn't bring that today though.
No, I didn't bring that today. They're actually closed
Yeah.
today. But it's a great option if you're looking for more of an American vibe with the coffee. It's more like a coffee house. You can
Mhm.
sit down. You can bring your study materials if you're in school, or if you
Mhm.
want to do some work and you just want
Yeah.
to sit, drink.
It does feel more American when I'm in there, like not
Exactly.
yeah, like I feel like I'm in the place where life is happening.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
And it's
Yeah,
pretty conveniently located as well. It's
yeah,
it's close to the arena,
yeah,
right next door to the Mensa,
yeah.
across from the gym. So that's a really good
Yeah,
option.
yeah. I bet a lot of people go after the gym, huh? They're like, I just
Mm.
worked out and let me go.
Let me go get a frappuccino, negate all those calories that I just burned right there. But no, so okay, Java, and then lastly, we can't forget what happens.
Oh, well, there's one. It's really popular in the Northeast, but
Yes,
around America, really,
it
now the
originated
world.
in Massachusetts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dunkin'. Yeah.
yeah, Dunkin'.
So a lot of coffee options.
Hmm.
What all of them have in common, and is at all of them the people are all very nice,
Yes,
and
everybody
they're
is
helpful, they're
amazing. Yes.
fast, they're professional, they make it good. It's all yummy. So all of them that we go to, it's really a pleasure. So thanks
Yeah.
for all the coffee makers out there, the
Yes.
baristas, and
Yes.
whatever other titles they have as they work at these locations we mentioned today.
Yes.
Um,
Yes,
so
they can turn your bad morning into a great morning with just a simple cup of coffee, right? So
uh,
so absolutely. I mean, there's something for everybody out there. You have a lot of options on Post, both Italian and American. So really, this is just a fun episode to say, get outside, even if it's on Post. Go try the coffee options that we have here. And yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna enjoy my
that's what
cappuccino.
I'm doing too. If you notice, I'm
Yeah.
starting to like slurp in the mic here,
Yeah.
with my foam.
I wasn't gonna say
So
anything, but
it's probably obvious.
but I think that probably wraps up our segment for today,
Yeah.
right, Randy?
Enough about
You
not
have
enough
anything
about
else to add? I
cappuccino.
would just like to say thank you so much for my cappuccino.
Yeah, you're welcome. So
My
what?
lovely
This is
little
my third
tidbits.
one today. I'm gonna have another one when we wrap up here,
Okay.
because why not?
Yes.
And if you need a double, so doppio, by the way,
The
is how you
doppio.
say doppio.
Yes.
Double. It's a double shot of coffee. Everything else is the same size. So
Yes, exactly,
yummy,
exactly.
yummy,
Just
yummy.
for a little bit of extra oomph.
Extra energy. So I don't do
Yes.
energy drinks. This is my energy drink. Is
Yes.
cappuccino. So
Yeah.
cool.
So next time on Voices of Vicenza, we're going to be featuring a special guest, possibly. Is that correct?
Hey, we're gonna surprise him with our request.
Yes.
He doesn't know this yet, but we're
No.
hoping he thinks it's a good idea.
Please.
Yes, the garrison commander is going to be our guest, and we're going to find out about kind of a day in the life, maybe
Yes.
what that's like, because
Yes.
he goes around, he does
He's
not
everywhere.
he does not sit in an office. He
No.
is on the go. Like if there's frequent flyer in Vicenza,
Mhm.
he is a frequent
He'd be
flyer.
at million miler status,
Yes,
right?
for sure. So he is at every event, constantly efficiently getting to all these places, seeing how the staff are doing, meeting with soldiers too, civilian workforce, of course. The family members, he's got his own family. So we're going to find out a little bit more about him, and then he's going to tell us about a few of the important things going on, in the world of the garrison here.
Yes.
So thanks for tuning in to
Voices of Vicenza.
Voices of Vicenza. Voices of Vicenza.
Until next time, everyone. Ciao.
Ciao.